Alright guys, so I kind of just wanted to put this out there real quick, because I have so many favorite movies. I couldn't do one video like I did with my TV show one, and I'm doing this one a little different than I did those ones. So I am going to be doing, like when I sit down and do videos like this, I'm going to be doing multiple, so I will be in the same outfit later on this week also, because I am just recording all of these videos in one day. Well, not all of them, but as many as I can in one day before I have to go do stuff. Today we are doing the 1930s to the 1950s movies. And this is in no particular order. This is just what I saw from that year when I was going through Wikipedia and Netflix and all whatever. So, number 1 is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I love it. Like, it's so far from everything else. So different from what you'd see nowadays. And I love that. And then also, it's not your, like, stereotypical princess that you normally see. She almost gets killed by the henchmen that her evil stepmother puts on her. But, like, she runs off and she knows, like, how to take care of herself. Like, she knows what she's doing. She's scared, yes, she's a young girl, but she, like, she finds this cottage, she cleans it up, she bakes, she cooks, she takes care of these 7 men, and, like, she helps bathe, like, she helps keep them clean, make sure they're, like, hygienic. I think, some of it is because of her evil stepmom, but it is kind of dark. I remember as a kid I was always scared of the, evil stepmom when she turned into the old hag. Terrified of her, like, so scared. And then in the Disney ride, if you haven't been, then I'm gonna kind of explain it, but if you have been, you know what I'm talking about. There's this part in the ride, and this is one of Disney's dark rides, and when I was a kid, I hated Disney's dark rides because they were so scary. They were dark, you didn't know what was coming around, like, anything could pop out. Pinocchio also is a scary one, and I'll go over that because I have Pinocchio on this list too. But Snow White, there's a part in the ride that you're going, and the Wicked Queen turns around, and she's the old hag. So, like, she's staring at a mirror, you see it's the evil queen, she turns around, it's the old hag. Scary as shit. This lady. So, because not only is it the animatronics of the ride, which I am terrified of, I hate a lot of the animatronics on Disney rides, but still go because I'm stupid. I don't know. I still go because it's Disneyland. Even though I am terrified of those animatronic things, especially after hearing some creepypastas. If you don't know what creepypasta is, go up into the search tab, type in Disney creepypasta. You'll have a fun day there. It definitely scares. So this animatronic, because she has those big bulgy eyes, because her skin's so old, so they give her this big bright lightning eyes, and then she is just if I can find a picture, I'm going to insert it here for you guys to see this creepy old lady. And then you'll know what I'm talking about. Number 2 is Pinocchio. I didn't know it was right next on the list. So here we go. I'll go into that dark ride too. That one wasn't as scary to me, and Snow White isn't now, but as a kid, when that lady would turn around, it scared the shit out of me. I was done. I was just like, nope, nope, nope. But Pinocchio, I love Pinocchio so much, and my favorite character is, I can never remember his name. Figaro. Yes, I love that cat. He's so cute. I remember when I was a kid and I had the little stuffed plushie of him and I loved it. I love that cat. The concept of Pinocchio is really great. It's this puppet, but he becomes a boy because what is he? Is he the toy maker? I guess he is. He's lonely. He doesn't have a family. He wants a family. And so he gets this puppet turned into a boy by the fairy. And then he has to learn, like, what it's like to be a boy, what not to do, what to do. And it's really cool concepts that, like, he lies, he does things that he's not supposed to do. His nose grows when he lies. He learns what not to do. He learns from his mistakes. And then by the end he becomes a real boy. And I think that's a really cool, like, lesson for kids. And that's why I love this movie. It's such a great teaching movie. I definitely think it's something that really informs kids in a way that is really, it's unique and it's different. The dark ride though, like I was saying, like, and it's not as bad, like, there's a couple parts, like there's a part where I remember as a kid that I was scared of. The old guy that's like cowering over you and you go through the tunnel, but that dark ride isn't as bad. But Pinocchio is definitely a great movie and I really like it. Next one is Dumbo. So Dumbo, I remember seeing when I was little, but I forgot about it and I hadn't seen it in years, and I watched it maybe like a year or two ago. I think a year ago because Kiefer showed it to me. And it's the same thing with Bambi, which I think is next on the list. And Dumbo, I think is just so cute. I just love him. He's so adorable and he's got those big old ears and you just like want to hold him. Like I said, it's been like a year since I've seen it and I don't know why, but that one I don't really remember and connect to as much. It's kind of one of those Disney movies that I really love, and I love to kind of just watch it and just space out and have it going on. It's more of one of those that like I can't sit there and just focus on, but I like having it on and just like playing in the background, and I like the music in it, and it's just one of those ones that I just like to watch when I just want to kind of relax and don't really want to pay attention to anything and just have something on the TV. But it's still a good movie and it's still one of my all-time favorites. And then same with Bambi. Bambi made me cry the first time I watched it, like, because like last year was the first time I'd watched it since I was little, so I did not remember any of it other than Thumper. And Thumper is one of my favorite characters. But yeah, so the first time I watched this last year, I bawled my eyes out, like, so sad, and like, for some reason, Disney movies, I don't cry very easily, but like, if it's a real action movie, I will bawl my eyes out if something happens, especially to an animal. But you know, it's like so sad, and like the way they drag it out, and like he's just like looking for his mom afterwards, and I'm just like, no! It's a cute movie. Overall though, it ends up like turning kind of cute, and then it gets sad again, and then it's an emotional roller coaster. That's what that movie is. It's an emotional roller coaster. But it is a great movie, and I do love it. I think almost all of these are Disney movies except for one. So next is Cinderella. And I love this original cartoon. I love the music, I love the characters, just like the mice perspective along with Cinderella's perspective. It just goes through showing like this poor girl, like she wants so much to go to this ball. She like have fun for once and not working all the time. And so when this opportunity arises, she wants to go, but she does all this stuff to go. The mice help her make a beautiful dress. And it's actually kind of a dark movie when you think about it. The sisters are tearing apart this girl's dress. They force her to do everything for them. Like, it is a dark concept and a dark idea. But, you know, everything works out, and then her fairy godmother shows up and helps her out, like, get to the ball, get what she wants. She gets this beautiful dress, and she gets to be a princess for one night. Next is Alice in Wonderland. And Alice in Wonderland is one of my all-time favorite movies. Like, the movie is just so different. It's this girl, she's not important, like, she's not famous, she's not a princess or anything. She's just this normal little girl that sees a rabbit and chases him down a hole. And she goes into this crazy world in a different universe. doesn't really know what to do because she doesn't know how to react in that situation. She meets an evil queen, she meets rude singing flowers, a hippie freaking caterpillar. A different concept, and I like it. Like, it's a great movie. Like, I love the movie. Next is Lady and the Tramp. I really like because of the different perspective on things. And that's what I really like about Disney, is because they do a lot of like animals view, and then like they do some like different views, but when they do the animal views, a lot of the time it kind of shows you what it could be like for them, like, and it's a different form of reality that we don't usually think about or think to see. And so to see like these two dogs from two different type of societies, like they come together and they fall in love, and it's cute. And so this next one that we have is The Wizard of Oz, and this one is another all-time favorite, and I used to be insanely obsessed with Wizard of Oz as a kid. Like, I'm still pretty into it, but I'm more so into Harley Quinn than I am Wizard of Oz now. But as a kid, I dressed up as Dorothy for so many years for Halloween. So I had all the Barbies of them. I had like the hot air balloon and just all these different figurines as a kid and all this collectible stuff. And then I have a couple little things here and there. I'm not as big on collecting Wizard of Oz stuff. Also, it's kind of hard to find Wizard of Oz stuff now, and when I do find it, usually I do take advantage of it if I can. For Christmas, almost 2 years ago now, because it was 2015 Christmas, so yeah. Kiefer found this, well, I found it at Zia, and he saw it too and ended up getting it for me, and it was this box. And it's Wizard of Oz, and it opens up, and it's this collector's edition. It came with the regular movie, but then it also came with like 3 other discs, and it's all this behind the scenes stuff, and all this other, like, those sketch work, and all this stuff on the movie that was like, that you get to see. And then it came with a watch, and I'm trying to remember what else it came. It came with like the value chart, like how much everything costed to do the movie, and a booklet, and it was so cool. Like, it was really nice of him to get that for me. Like, I really liked it, I really love it, and it's something that's great for my collection. But that movie, I loved it so much, because it's another one that it's this ordinary girl traveling to this mystical place or different, you know, universe. And this one's through a tornado, and she kills she kills 2 witches, she makes great friends, and my dog Scrappy actually looks a lot like Toto. It's different, it's like Alice in Wonderland, you know, it's a different universe, it's a different concept, it's a different world, and I love it, and it just draws you, like, it just draws me in, and I've always like had such a great connection with it. And they did I'm really big fan of the Muppets, and they did a Muppets Wizard of Oz, and you know I watched it, and I was it was okay, like, it was different, but I do love it because it's a different view on the Wizard of Oz, same concept but different. And they have a Tom and Jerry one also that I want to see, so I'm trying to find that to rent it. Alright, so, and then the last one for this is A Miracle on 34th Street. This is obviously it's an older movie, and a lot of people might, like, in my generation and stuff, don't really know of it, but I loved this movie as a kid. So I'm going to search this real quick because I want to tell you guys what this movie is about, because I know a lot of you probably haven't seen it. So this movie, it's a Christmas movie, and this old man named Kris Kringle fills in for an intoxicated Santa in Macy's annual Thanksgiving Day parade. Kringle proves to be such a hit that he is soon appearing regularly at the chain's main store in Midtown Manhattan. When Kringle surprises customers and employees alike by claiming that he really is Santa Claus, it leads to a court case to determine his mental health and, more importantly, his authenticity. And there's this little girl in it that meets him, and she knows, like, she believes with all her heart, this is Santa Claus, this is the real Santa Claus. But just, like, it's a sweet movie, and it's so touching, and but it's a great little Christmas movie. If you haven't seen it, I don't know if it still is. It was on either Netflix or Hulu, I'm not sure which one. But if you haven't seen it, definitely look into watching it, because it is a really sweet movie and I really like it. But that's my list for the 1930s through the 1950s movies. I hope you guys liked it, and like I said, I will be doing more. If you guys have any favorite 1930s through 1950s movies that I did not mention, comment them down below. Let me know what also you guys like. I would love to hear your guys' responses. I will see you guys later. Bye.